All right, guys, I know you've been waiting for an update on the B8 platform DIY intake, the one that costs about $170, $190, depending on how you get your parts. I know that I was supposed to get it a while ago, but I was trying to make sure I got everything correct for you, and I did. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what we got going on here. Okay, so this incredibly dirty engine bay is my buddy Tyler's S5. You guys know him as Void Carbon on Instagram. He makes beautiful carbon fiber work, but he's selling this car, and we tried the intake on his car at first, and it needed to tweak some things. So originally I thought we were gonna use just a straight piece of pipe, and it didn't quite work out. It would kind of bulge up too high. This was bending and just didn't work out. So my car is getting rebuilt, so I had my intake laying around. I was like, well, let me play around with it. And that's exactly what I used. I used the same exact parts on this car as I did with the C7. So you don't need anything different whatsoever. Still the same 45-degree coupler, still the same pipe with the 45-degree bend here, and the same filter kit. Now I know these are hard to find. You can grab an AEM filter. These are just a little bit bigger, so you have to compensate for that. But I didn't have to change the length of the pipe or nothing. The trick to this one though is getting it set up correctly. So the first step would be to add the coupler to your throttle body. Now this one does space out just a little bit more because he's got that throttle body adapter there for his 80 millimeter, but it's not that much. We're talking millimeters there. But what I did was I put this on first, angled it correctly to where it was going between the coolant line and the PCV breather hose. Made sure it wasn't kinked up or anything. Once I got the right angle on it, I cinched it down here. After that, I took the metal pipe, attached a filter on it to where it's good to go, put a little bit of WD-40 on here so it was easy to slide in, put the clamp on, put it in here with the filter aimed upward so I could get it past the edge of the car here. Pushed it all the way back and then rotated it down until I was happy with the spacing. You know, obviously there's nothing holding this here. It's off of the coil pack harness. It's not touching anything over here. You've got your hard coolant line here, and we got a piece of foam there just to be safe, even though it is just rubber touching it. I tell everyone delete this line anyways and go with a soft line for better flow. But once I positioned right, I got everything tightened down, and that is it. So the same kit that I used on my C7, you can use on your B8 platform. It should work across the board for S4s, S5s, and SQ5s. Shouldn't be any issue. I'm sorry it took me a while to get this out to you guys. I just want to make sure we had no problems. But yeah, looks great. Make sure you put your fuel line over the top of the intake. You don't want that underneath and rubbing on anything unless you have some kind of a line relocation kit. But yeah, I'll have a link in the video below. If you don't know what I'm talking about at all with this intake, I'll have a link to the original DIY on my C7. I'll have a link to the Amazon parts list that you can use. I do know that this block racing filter kit is hard to find these days, but you can use this information in this video to mix and match parts across the board with anything else that you want. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.